Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a backpacker from England, and if you have been following me, you'll know that at the moment I'm house sitting for a friend of mine in Australia for the next 3 or 4 weeks that I've got left. Now, I have already built a subtropical garden on the other side of this huge amount of land, and one of the jobs I said that I would be doing for this friend of mine, he's one of my good friends, is he has got various poultry, from chickens to geese to wild turkeys, and he's got ducks as well, who aren't too keen on me at the moment, and every time I come out they sort of hide. There's one just in there, bless him. So these ducks and the geese, if they need to do their little bit of swimming, that's what they use. And you can see that was only cleaned up yesterday. So I'm going to build them a duck pond. This is Charles. Hello, Charles. And the duck pond is going to be built here. Now, it's something that I've never done before. This is something that's brand new to me. And it's going to be something useful for the ducks and the geese. Plus the fact whenever any of the water is going to be released, we're going to get a little channel coming down along there, which will come into the pond. And this is where the water's been coming down lately, so you can see where there's no grass on the in the area. So it's going to be about double the size of what it is right now. And this is going to be a slow job over the next few days, mainly because in this area itself, I have been told that my mate, my friend, has no idea if there's any water pipes, electric pipes under here. So I need to dig very slowly, very carefully, making sure I don't sort of burst any pipes, which will be the worst thing I could do. So what I'm going to do today is just get an outline of how big I want the area to be, how deep I want it to be. I've been told from looking online that it needs to be a bit of a slope going in, so the ducks could easily just walk in and walk out, and make it deep enough and long enough for them to have a little swim. I'm not too sure if chickens swim. Can you swim? We'll find out. In fact, there's the ducks there. And already they're starting to move. Hello. The chickens seem to have no problems with me, do you? But you're going to have a little duck pond soon. So, let's get into it. Right, I've now done the outline of how big this is going to be. And I think this is quite big enough for the ducks to get in, do a little bit of swim with a slope going down. Now at the moment this is only a temporary pond for the next sort of 8 or 9 months, and then on the other side of the grounds they're going to be a much bigger one built. So I'm just doing this as a temporary measure for the ducks to have some fun. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got all the divots around here. I'm going to clean them up with the help of Albert, who's taken a quite... Look at them! They got all excited. Yeah. I don't think you're going to like water being here. But this should be a project that's going to take me about 2 or 3 days, I reckon, depending on how much Albert, the dog, gets involved with his own digging. But I'm going to take another layer off, and then that'll be it for the day until tomorrow. And so far, this is day 2. I have just managed to finish off the shape of how this duck pond is going to look, and already I've got the birds coming across to inspect. Now, why am I doing this? Over the last couple of days I have taken photographs and videos of the various ducks in the water, and you can see they're all happy, but they're small. So this thing here is going to be amazing for them to get in and play around. Now, as I'm digging up, I'm getting all this soil. I've got a nice little pile over there. Not too sure what to do with it. I've had a few of the chickens running all over it trying to find worms, I suppose. But the digging continues. All fun. It's been a few days and this is how it's looking right now. The chickens are really enjoying it. I've got the size. I am over there's all the dirt I've brought out. This is all the grass part down here. The chickens have just been enjoying all the grubs that have been digging up. So the idea is now I have started to do a bit of digging, just churning up the soil, and then once I've done the rest of this and it's a slope going into the main area, I'm going to add on some clay, which is in that bag there, rake it all in, do a bit of a moisture, get the moisture in, and then just flatten it. And then the next door neighbour is going to be over with a machine that will flatten it all down, and then we can put the water in once it's dried. The clay will expand, fill in all the holes so there won't be any water to escape. The dogs have been ever so helpful. And then once that's all done, the main soil that I've brought up is going to be put around the edge of the duck pond, with the grass bits growing around as well, and it's going to look lovely. And the ducks, over the last couple of days I've seen them and they've all been using these things here. This was only filled up this morning, and you see them going in and clean themselves in the water, and it's dirty already. But I reckon I've got another day left of this. Let's carry on digging. The raking's been done, the clay's been added, so all I'm waiting for now is next door neighbour to turn up, Niels, with his flattener, which will flatten all that out. But at the moment, all the chickens and the ducks seem to be getting interested in this big time, and I've just had to keep clearing them away. But the dogs are happy. It's the next day and it's lunchtime, and so much has been done this morning, but not by me. I've actually done not a lot. I was very lucky that my next door neighbour, not my next door neighbour, my friend's next door neighbour, came along, and the use of his little truck machine has moved all the soil, placing it around the pond to give it a bit of height and to make a barrier between the grass and the pond itself. And then with the machine he's gone into it and levelled all up, all around the sides, at the bottom, until mixing in with the clay, the powdered clay that was put in yesterday, it's like concrete, and I'm quite impressed. So this is what it looks like right now. The sun didn't really give much. It just looked like one big hole, but that is solid. That is like concrete. You will not get any water going through there. Now it looks like a bit of a mess at the moment, and what I'm going to do right now is there's bits of there are places that he's not been able to condense the soil, like around the tree around there. So he's given me this little tool here, where I'm going to start pounding it in, which will probably take me about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to start filling it up with water. Now just over there is the pile of grass that was taken from the top, along with this lot here. And I'm going to try get the water to a level and then put the grass around it. And it's going to look so pretty. The duck pond has now been finished and they're all using it. I've just come at a point where I've just scared off the ducks, who were quite happily swimming away. The chickens are around, so I've put a border around. Hopefully the grass will grow. The grass will regrow around here. But yeah, look at him swimming away. A total success. I'm quite happy. Now the water is quite dirty at the moment because of the fact as I've put the water in, it's clinged onto the mud. The mud's risen, but once they get the aerator into the pond, which will be in about 2 weeks' time, with the amount of rain, if there's any, plus fresh water coming in, it'll get more clearer. But the ducks are loving it. They've been in. The geese were splashing away earlier, and if Albert just stops chasing them, maybe they'll all get in once I go away. So that is the duck pond built. It's taken a lot of hours, a lot of digging, a lot of muscle aching, but it's complete. I have got other jobs to keep me busy over the next couple of weeks before I start my adventure of backpacking. But they're all boring jobs, so I'm not even going to bother doing any filming. But if you've enjoyed the transformation and how to build a duck pond, then you just got to press that like button. If you want to subscribe, because the backpacking adventure is going to be the ultimate one I could ever do, then subscribe. But until next time, and bye bye for the ducks. Bye bye for now.